on a diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
This is second nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt, Jesus will.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. These two teams, the Saints and Niners, they played maybe the game of the year in the NFL in 2019. Had 94 points between them. Lead changes left and right. Breeze had 5 touchdowns, 4 for Garoppolo. And you might remember the catch and stiff-arming run by George Kittle where he just refused to go down. And then in the end, it was Robbie Gould who would kick the field goal as time expired, and the Niners would win it 48-46. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Flush to his right. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run with Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Off play action. Starkey is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And he stopped immediately there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Saints first down.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Starkey, they'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Jonathan Taylor.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And this is 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Starkey. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Saints.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Taylor. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Starkey. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
1st down, New Orleans.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Taylor. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Starkey. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
36-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. No gain on this defense. No gain. Check. Check. 53. Tracking 60. 53.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Drop deep. Watch tight end. 3 down. Here we go. Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Hey, defense, let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Cooper Kupp, 59 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 10. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and a yard at their 49-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on second down. Starkey. And he will find his man on the outside. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Starkey. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. The play fake. Starkey looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Throwing again. Starkey. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
This is third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Starkey forced out to his left. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, Mike, 53. Watch the run, watch the run. 53, Mike. Let's go. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Mike, 18. 53, Mike, 53. Okay, just like that. Just like 36. Mike, 50.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Now Austin Eckler on the return. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Starkey firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 4. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. This is good for a first down. His second grab in this NFC Championship bout.
7-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And his pass, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. 70 range. 53 is the Mike. Ready?
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Carson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Throwing on first down. Starkey. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Second time, defense. Let's go. Switch.
Pushing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Taken in. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring out a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Starkey, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. McCann's kick up and good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been, They didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, check 53.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He's tackled
after that run. Still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Pass on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Byron Jones on the coverage.
And it all rides on this one play. A trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Off play action. Starkey. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.